What a morning and what a sky we've got here this morning. Sky down towards the south is just completely lighting up with this beautiful pink hues on the horizon, and I've just got my composition set here and I'm madly firing shots because I arrived here late this morning. I made a critical error in not getting up early enough, and it's something I never ever do, and I'm really kicking myself. Good morning everyone and welcome to this week's video. Bit of a frantic one this morning. I checked the weather apps last night and it said we were going to have some really nice high cloud this morning. I got up earlier this morning and there was nothing outside, so I must admit I relaxed, made a coffee and went back to bed. And then I was awoken a little bit later on and I thought I'll just check the sky again to see what's going on, and sure enough I've come out, the clouds moved in. We've got this beautiful sky appearing in the horizon now, so I've raced down to my local location. I'm still in my LGA area doing a vlog this morning. Still can't move out of this area because of the restrictions, but we've just had that golden hour light with some really nice pinks and hues on the horizon. The reason I've come down here this morning is because I'm at the entrance to the estuary here, which is Tuggerah Lakes, and over the last couple of months we've had some really big storms down the east coast of Australia, and it's caused a lot of coastal erosion. In this area here it's really bad. This bank where I'm standing here at the moment has probably lost a good 5 to 10 metres of sand back to the ocean as the ocean's slowly reclaiming the foreshore here. And what's happened is all the old banksias that have been along the edge of the foreshore here have slowly started collapsing into the sea. And because of that we've got this one here this morning that's just laying on the beach, laying out towards the horizon. So I'm going to use this in my composition this morning. This gnarly old banksia tree with its vegetation still attached out on the end of the branches there. I'm going to try and use this to frame my shot out towards the sunrise. Just firing a couple of shots now as the sun's about to come across the horizon, and I've decided I'm going to go down forward, and even if I destroy the sand in the foreground, I think it's going to be worth it. I'd like to get a little bit of water movement in this shot, so I'm going to move down now and just use that section of the branch down in front of me there as a foreground interest towards the sunrise. The sun just breaking through on the horizon there now. We just had a burst of some really beautiful light as the sun crested the horizon. It lit up the whole beach here. Unfortunately I was trying to wait for a wave to get high enough to try and capture some water flow going back down. This might be the shot. Has the best of the light gone this morning? I think so. Sun's above the horizon now and it's about to tuck in behind the cloud, and most of the lights disappeared. It was really fleeting, it came and went really quickly. I got a couple of shots that were not too bad, but I wasn't really happy with them. Sadly, I paid the price for not getting up early. The light diminished really quickly, and that was the end of day one. Good morning everyone, welcome back. It's day 2 and I've decided to come back here again for sunrise this morning. The first day that cloud really snuffed out the light really quickly, and I didn't have a lot of time to get a lot of different compositions, and I wasn't really happy with some of the images that I took on the morning and how the light disappeared so quickly. So I've come back here this morning. We've got a little bit of high cloud on the horizon. The weather app this morning did predict some high cloud right the way through, so I'm expecting a little bit of colour in the sky. I've come about 50 metres up the coastline from where I was before, and we've still got all these dead banksia trees laying on the actual beach here. I'm using one of the fallen banksias that's rolled over. I'm going to get a composition set up using the sunrise in the background. Really difficult, a lot more difficult than what I thought it would be. I think because the trees, there's so many branches and there's so many intertwined limbs going in and out, it's a really chaotic scene. I'm trying to simplify it a little bit by using some of the branches on the right hand side of the shot, acting as a bit of a leading line for the eye out towards the sunrise this morning. So I'm going to get myself set up. So far, nice looking morning coming up here. We'll see how we go. We've just got the first of the early morning light starting to appear on the horizon. And my goal this morning is hopefully to try and get a shot of this fallen tree, and I'm hoping that I can get one wave to just come up nice and slowly so I can go down to about a half or a quarter second shutter speed and create some shutter drag with the white foamy water running away. That's the plan anyway, but so far a nice looking sky coming up here this morning. Really still on the beach. We've got a rising tide, so water should start moving closer and closer towards me as the sun goes on, so I'm going to be really careful about my camera placement and how close I go to the sea. But a nice start to a second day here at North End. We've got a really lovely morning coming up here now. We're getting some really nice pinks in the top of the sky on this really high level cloud. And I've set up my composition. I've come up a little bit higher, and as I spoke about before, I'm just waiting to get a wave that comes up enough so that I can get a little bit of motion drag back to create more of a leading line. The branches of the tree are acting as a really nice leading line out into this beautiful pink sky. So fingers crossed, if we can get the appropriate wave to come up, we should be able to grab it a really nice shot here. Now that the tide's a little bit higher, those waves are starting to sneak up now under the branches, which is exactly what I wanted, with the colour in the sky and these branches on the right hand side leading out as a leading line. Experimenting with my shutter speeds at the moment between a quarter and a half a second. Sun's just starting to crest across the top of the horizon there now. I can just see it breaking through, so this is the moment we've been waiting for. A little bit of colour and hopefully a little bit of reflection in the foreground as the white foam's running up the beach. We've got this really beautiful orange colour. I'm just continually firing shot after shot here, just trying to work out what will look best. Now that the sun's fully up, I've come up and I've turned looking down towards the south, and I've got a really nice composition here now with a little bit of sun reflecting in the shimmer along the sand here, and this tree coming out on the right hand side. I really like the look of this composition. Just going to wait again until I get a wave coming up under the trees here and then fire a shot. This looks like the one. We're finding at about a third or a half a second I'm getting some really nice soft white water running back, and it creates a really nice effect on the wave. Just come right up under the tripod. The tide's definitely getting higher, and I'm going to fire a couple more shots and then I'm going to start moving out of here. But this morning's been about just experimenting with different shutter speeds, and I think that's really important, especially with waves and wave movements in seascape photography, that the waves are going to be moving at different rates all the time, so it's important to experiment with shutter speeds and just work out what is the best. And it doesn't matter if you take a lot of different shots at a lot of different shutter speeds. Just experiment, take some different shots at different shutter speeds, and then you can always get rid of them once you get home. I usually like to take as many shots as I can. There would be nothing worse than just sacrificing a really good image for trying to save some disk space. So if you are here and you've got these beautiful conditions, why not try fire as many different shots as you can and get as much variety as you can, and then you can decide once you get home in post which ones you're going to keep.
That's the end of this week's video. If you've enjoyed the content of this video, don't forget to go down below and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe, tap that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Comments or questions, leave them below. I'll always respond. Hopefully I'll be around shooting some more landscapes soon. I'll see you then.